quick review. Yesterday we were discussing direct and indirect objects, talking about how they are actually somewhat different. So they require different placement on the sentence diagram. The direct object directly receives the action, whereas the indirect object receives it through a medium. There is some sort of disconnection between the verb and that indirect object. So it's placed differently on the diagram. But both of them are similar in that they follow an action verb. Today we'll be talking about the two structures that follow linking verbs, predicate, adjectives, and nominatives. And just really quickly, distinguishing the difference between the two. What's the simple difference between predicate, nominatives, and adjectives? Zach?
Nominatives,
That's true. So there's a slight difference in how they describe, and you're getting really close to the very simple answer. Your answer is a little bit more complicated. Hunter?
One's a noun and one's an adjective.
That's the simple answer. The nominative is the noun, and the adjective is an adjective. Zach, your answer just basically gave me that same answer, just really carefully explained. But remember, noun, adjective. There's your simple difference between the two. We were working on some exercises yesterday with sentence analysis number 5. Let's jump over to this list, which is also sentence analysis number 5, but this is what second period did, so these are new to you. Let's take a look at these noun-verb pairs and see how well you can do it. Hannah, start me off. Noun-verb pair in the first sentence. Modern medicine leaves some patients in a unique condition. Medicine leaves, very good. And that is an action verb. Now, I'm going to ask Hannah to identify if they're direct or indirect objects, but before I do that, I want to tell all of you how to do this. I'll remind you a little bit of what happened yesterday. With direct objects, we ask ourselves a very simple question. What or who is being left? For indirect objects, it's a different question, but also very focused. To or for whom or what is the leaving happening? So, Hannah, taking a look at those questions, ask yourself first, who or what is being left? Patients is therefore my direct object. And ask the second question, to or for whom or what is the leaving happening? Do you have an indirect object? You have no indirect object, that's correct. So you have a direct and no indirect. Replace left with whatever verb you're dealing with, and you ask yourself that question, it'll identify direct or indirect object. Remember what I said yesterday. There's nothing magic about analyzing grammar. Grammar analysts just internalize these questions. So you internalize these questions, repeat them to yourself, and you'll have no problem. Let's take a look at the second one. Daniel, the science pages of the newspapers tell us strange stories. What is the noun-verb pair?
Pages tell.
Pages tell, very good. And what or who is being told?
Stories.
That's correct, stories, so direct object. To or for whom or what is the story, is the telling happening? Us. There you go. Modern medicine is so advanced that even doctors have difficulty keeping up with their own professions. Aaron, give me subject-predicate pairs, noun-verb pairs. Medicine is, very good. And?
Doctors have.
Very good, doctors have. Now, Aaron, out of those two, which one is linking, which one's action? Because we've got one of each. They're both pretty weak verbs, so it's hard, but one of them is a very weak action verb, and the other is a full-on linking verb. Is? No, has is what? Sorry, we're in an Abbott and Costello routine now. Have is which one? The action or the linking?
Action.
Correct. Correct. Have is the action verb. Is the linking verb. You're correct. Don't worry. Sorry, I confused you for a moment. So now, Aaron, you're ready to ask yourself the next question. Who or what is being had? What are the doctors having?
Profession.
Nope, they're not having professions. Read the sentence to yourself. Better yet, read only this clause to yourself and ask the question, who or what is being had? Correct. And you could say, for whom is the having happening? Nobody. There's no indirect object. So there you go.